On today's show, I show you around one of the most infamous football stadiums in the world. I also show you what happens to Manchester United fans should they dare visit this place. You know, given that they absolutely hate us. Elland Road, home to the infamous Leeds United. A club that's had its ups and downs, but is still very much one of the iconic names in English football. Originally opened in 1897, Elland Road has undergone several renovations, and today holds a capacity crowd of 37,792. Whilst it doesn't have a retractable roof or a modern space-age design, what it lacks in modern flair, it makes up for in grit, character, and God-fearing intimidation. From the glory years of Don Revie to Marcelo Bielsa's revolution, this club and its fans have a loud and colourful history. But it all turns violent when Manchester United come to town. To them, we are the Antichrist, the devil, everything that's wrong with modern football, and sometimes they're not wrong. Even though both teams aren't near each other geographically, that doesn't stop this proud Yorkshire team hating anybody in red that comes from across the border. So walking around their ground in a Manchester United shirt is like waving a red flag to a charging bull. So, in a previous video I mentioned that I wasn't going to be trolling teams with the arch-rival shirts anymore. And the reason for that is because I get recognised everywhere now. And that is true, I get recognised seemingly everywhere I go, so it doesn't really have the same effect. But this is Leeds, and boy do they not like us. It's comical sometimes how they react badly to anyone wearing Lancastrian red. So, let's see how they react to me. If you're early for your guided tour, have a wander around the exterior. You've got the modern East Stand, which is super imposing, and has a statue of their most famous manager, Don Revie. You'll pass Centenary Square, an outdoor corporate suite celebrating 100 years of Leeds United. Cool murals, some of the most famous games, and the Centenary squad managed by the legend himself, Marcelo Bielsa. You'll also find some great artwork on display, especially of their best ever team, and quirky street art too. It looks nice, but contrast that with the other stands and there's a massive difference. These parts of the stadium are clearly older, and the West Stand, where you'll find the main reception, kinda looks like a council building from a distance. It definitely is an old school stadium, and some Leeds fans actually like it this way. Most of the interesting stuff is on the southeast corner of the stadium. You'll see some great Leeds United related sites, including murals, tributes, and commemorative plaques of their loyal fans in the brickwork. Make sure to grab a photo of the famous Billy Bremner statue, a proper Leeds legend. Then there's the club shop right next to it, where you can buy all sorts of Leeds related merchandise. Hats, scarves, whatever you're after, it's a nice place to shop. And Leeds always has nice shirts. They seem to love this logo, but I can't get behind it. Because Adidas also supplies us, Liverpool and Arsenal, you might find that it all looks very identical. To begin the stadium tour, you'll need to head on over to Billy's Sports Bar on the south side of the stadium and check in with your tour guide there.
In a Man United shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is Owen, our tour guide for today. Manchester born, so he's a decent guy, but sadly a lifelong Leeds fan. Well, no one's perfect, I guess. If you're early for your tour, be sure to chill out with a pint and use the toilets, as you won't have access to one during the tour. After a quick briefing, we walk outside to learn all about the history of Leeds United. This is pretty much painted on the walls, so if you want to take your time after the tour to absorb it all, you can do. Down the street we go, past the most hideous sculpture you'll ever see. Those are the words of our tour guide Owen, not mine. Then you'll head towards the West Stand reception.
Oh,
Morning.
Man United shirt there. I'm not sure if that's allowed.
Inside this rather fancy staircase, you'll get an introduction to the club's logos and shirts, and each one of these is certainly iconic. It's a nice reception, but we're here for quite some time. If you like anecdotes, this is great, but for kids, their attention may be waning at this point. We then enter the Norman Hunter Suite, the main corporate hospitality suite here at Leeds. As far as corporate facilities go, it's pretty retro, it kinda looks like a wedding function hall, but I'm sure the service is amazing and it will look a lot lighter once they turn the lights on. Once again, there's lots of anecdotes from our tour guide if you like that sort of thing. After a quick look at the director's private dining suite, pretty nice by the way, you're led out onto the chairman's entrance and you get your first look at the field. It's a nice view from up here. The Jack Charlton stand looms large in the background and there's lots of guys buzzing around making the field look pristine, ready for the new season. The seats here are invitation only, so nobody pays any actual money for the best seats in the house. We're here for a while, so grab your pictures and videos when you can. The best ones are in front of the Leeds logo on the glass overlooking the field. Okay, back down the chairman's entrance, through the Norman Hunter Suite again, and we spend quite a bit of time in front of this vintage picture. Is that Fred West? We're here for a while, and whilst Leeds have won many trophies and accolades, they don't have a museum to show them off with. So you'll have to make do with this glass cabinet filled with various relics, and this section right here. There's a cool bit at this end. I particularly like this mural painted by an Australian artist. If you're a Leeds fan, you'll notice all the stories hidden in the painting. Anyway, it's down the stairs we go, past some cool photos and shirts on the wall, before walking down into the players area lit in bright blue, and then stepping foot into the home team's dressing room. Honestly not bad. It's virtually the spitting image of Birmingham City's home dressing room, no backs in the toilet you'll be glad to know, and this is one of the better photo opportunities on the tour. Especially with the players' shirts hanging from the lockers, I'm happy to sit here. I quite like Daniel James. He's a good player that never got a fair crack with us, so I hope he's happier playing his football here. It's actually a modern changing room, with a digital tactics board, modern cold tubs and shower facilities. Next is the press conference room, and I gotta say, I love the seats in here. Nice and comfy, especially for my fat ass, and if there's a small group of you, you can sit up there and have your own little press conference. Great photo opportunity if you have your family with you. But walk back through the halls, cool murals on each side by the way, and yes, you get to do a tunnel walk, which is great for kids. For some reason, they don't play their famous club anthem as you're walking out, so let me put the music in for you. So at this point of the tour, this is the closest you're going to get to the field. There's some great views here, and when you get to the dugout seats, they're actually dugouts, because they're below the playing surface. That's rare. It's pretty tight down here, and you can sit on the classic bench seating if you want to, and check out the pitch side view. You'll then walk into the far end corner, where you can stand in the corner of the field and take a picture of you and the full stadium. Kinda like this. I've noticed that the spectators are super close to the field here, unlike at West Ham. You'll end up going through a concourse, having another history lesson including some of the silverware that they've won, before being let out of the door, and that's the end of your tour. Feel free to go back into the Leeds Club shop, as your Stadium Tours lanyard gives you 10% off all purchases, which I obviously didn't use. So guys, I've just completed my tour here at Elland Road, and I've got to say, it's actually okay. Now, I know what you're going to be asking me. Did anybody beat you up? Surprisingly, no. I think Leeds fans get a very unfair reputation for being dirty and for being violent, and I don't find that to be the case at all. Most Leeds fans I know are actually decent people. Everyone here was very, very pleasant towards me today. I got a few weird glares, but that's to be expected because I'm wearing this shit. So everyone was really nice. That guy glared at me a little bit. But overall, the experience here was actually pretty good. But where in the hierarchy of your stadium tours does this go? It's kind of somewhere in the middle. It's certainly a lot better than our tour, which is absolute garbage, by the way. My only real criticism of this tour is that if you're a hardened Leeds fan, or if you're a fan of football in general, it's quite enthralling, but there's a lot of talky and a lot less showy. There's actually comparatively little to see on the tour compared to some of the other stadiums that I've been on that you've probably seen already. And if you have kids, they might be just a little bit bored. But other than that, it was a demonstrably fine tour, especially if you get a decent tour guide like Owen, who, by the way, was absolutely top draw. It's just a shame that you're not allowed to film them during the tour, so there's no footage of him actually presenting.
Marching on together.
If you are a Leeds fan, or if you're a fan of football in general, and you're in the Leeds area, this is not a bad tour. Okay, Nin, I'm sold. What do I need to do? Well, you need to come here to Elland Road. The easiest way to get here is simply just to drive here. It's very well connected. There's plenty of car parks. You can park for free in this car park right here at the East Stand. If you don't have your own car, that's okay. There's buses that will take you here. I'll leave the bus numbers on the screen now. And you can even walk here, because it's only about 2 miles west of the city centre and it won't take you that long. The cost to do a stadium tour is around £21.50 for adults. It's obviously a bit less for kids. And if you're after match tickets, they're hard to find because Leeds is an incredibly popular team. Be sure to go on their website if you want to book a tour or some matches, www.leedsunited.com. Is there anything else I need to know? Yes. The stadium tours generally happen in the off-season. It's very rare to find a stadium tour when the season is actually on. So during the summer holidays when the kids are off school is your best bet. You can take as many photos or videos as you like during the tour, just not of the actual tour guide himself. Special thanks to Owen, who did our tour. He was fantastic. And if you do get him as part of your tour, you're in for a fantastic time. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share and subscribe. You know what to do here, you know what to do here, and we'll see you in the next episode. It's very rare to find a stadium tour during the season. Also, if you are booking match tickets, good luck with that because they're pretty hard to find. www.leedsunited.com. Just waiting for that siren to disappear. Hopefully that guy's not for me. Nope, it's not for me, we're all good.
Marching on together.
We've got some Leeds fans over there that's chanting Marching On Together. It's better than our song. You know what? I really do hope that Leeds United stay in the Premier League. Having a strong Leeds team is good for rivalry, it's good for the Premier League, and it's good for business. So I really do wish them all the best. I'm honestly not joking.